It's Brian Preston, the money guy.
Here's some other things, decisions you hope that your friends and family will make so you can benefit from. Golf club.
Oh, yeah, country club membership.
A country club membership. I just did a quick Google search. The average annual cost of a golf club membership was $6,240, about $520 a month.
And that's just the ongoing cost. Most country clubs have a big initial cost, right? They have this initiation fee.
Capital cost if they're doing renovations on the property or putting in new greens on the putting greens. Yep. So that's country clubs. It's much better if your friends are members than if you are.
You know, I have a great friend, and he, when we used to live in Atlanta, he lived down and had a country club membership for a golf course down there. And I used to love that I could always go as the +1 and get to pay to play, and I didn't have to pay the annual or the monthly dues. It was a wonderful benefit.
Now I will tell you, once again, this wisdom comes with experience. I lived in a golf community. Mm-hmm. It was one of those things, kind of like you go through your scale of operations of what success looks like in your brain. And I thought being a member of a golf club was part of that.
That's when you know you made it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy how society creates this consumption based upon what you think successful people should do. I joined a golf club, and it was one of those things where I paid an initiation fee, then had ongoing monthly expenses. And it was fun for that season of my life, but you feel like you had to. I sometimes played golf, not because I wanted to play golf, but because I was trying to get my cost of fund ratio
trying to get your money back out of it.
And I didn't spend that time with the family that I probably should have. And I'm not picking on my golfers because I love a good round of golf too, but it's just that money, I mean, is it the best use of that money? And truthfully, golf clubs are struggling right now a little bit. It is something that is having a little bit of trouble. I thought this one was, before I get to that, season tickets.
Yeah.
We put this one on here. Here's something. I did a quick search trying to find some financial data to share with you guys on season tickets because both of us were season ticket holders for our Georgia Bulldogs when we lived in Georgia.
I was going to say, I've been pretty fortunate that I've been able to miss a lot of these mistakes that you've, kind of done.
I've fallen into a lot of these.
Yeah, this is one that I hit. The season tickets is one that I had as well.
The problem with season tickets, especially like a team like Georgia, where you have to keep renewing your tickets and you have to make a charitable contribution to get access, to get the privilege.
To get the privilege to pay for the tickets.
The privilege to keep paying for the tickets is that you want to keep your tickets. So you stay on this treadmill of the process, even when you find out that you're no longer really going to the games. Or what if you start having, now we've had 2 really good seasons.
That's right.
Go Kirby. But I've had a lot of seasons with Georgia football that I was paying a lot of money for these season tickets, and there wasn't a lot of market value to these seats. And that's because we're talking about college football. There's actually research out there. SeatGeek does research on the value of NFL season tickets.
Okay.
There's 32 NFL franchises. Their research showed this is back from 2015, they pulled this, that 10 of the 32 NFL franchises, approximately a third, you actually be better buying tickets on the open market than you would buying season tickets. I mean,
so it'd be more cost effective to buy.
That's what their research showed. That it should not work that way. You should not be benefiting from just buying on the open market versus getting the insider advantage of a season ticket. But it makes sense.
But look, there's a lot of folks. I mean, we're here in Nashville now. We have some dear folks that we love who are huge Preds fans, and they have Preds season tickets, and they will swear by them, and that's awesome.
We have some employees that resemble that.
And maybe, again, it's order of operations. Does it make sense? Are you buying that in the appropriate order of operations? I still stand by one of my favorite things is when I have friends who are the season ticket holders and they invite me to go to games.
That's exactly right. Or work for a company that has season tickets.
Yeah, even better.
Because then they're even better seats, and maybe they come with Lexus Lounge where you get free drinks and food off of it as well.
You see, that is winning. All of our employees just ran into the window right there and said, we need company season tickets.
The last thing, you put this one on here, Bo, and I thought it was pretty good, was that it is funny that it's not only buying things or season tickets or boats or so. We talked about how, like I've mentioned, like if you go on to Las Vegas, it's fun if you travel with somebody who enjoys the gambling more so than you, so that you can watch their highs and lows and not feel like it. I will tell you, last year, I had a college trip where all my college buddies, we haven't seen each other in forever. We decided we'd go meet up in Vegas. The problem now, all these guys are pretty successful. So I was thinking, man, we're going to get out there and we're going to have a good time. And I'm not a gambler. I will tell you, I'm much more equipped to run a casino than I am to gamble in a casino because I'm looking for the $5 tables. If they have something less than a $5 table, and that means going down to downtown Vegas and watching them spin carnival things, I'll do it because I'm that cheap. I was the gambler out of this group. So a gambling trip when nobody gambles is not a good trip.
That's right.
So that's why it is nice if you're going to do some of these thrill-seeking type vacations or other things. It's nice if you're not wired that way to have somebody who is.
That's right.
So that it kicks up the fun of the experience. That's kind of an honorable mention.
Yeah, if you can have someone who has a higher risk tolerance than you to kind of make it exciting, in my opinion, that's a lot more fun because it's a lot more fun to be able to pat them on the back and say it'll be okay than be the one that's getting patted on the back.
Now, I know a lot of you are going to watch this show on YouTube, and then we're going to get some negative comments because you're going to tell us that your grandparents had this boathouse that you had some of your best childhood memories at, and how you plan on doing the same thing with your kids. There's going to be, I know we have an employee that's going to tell us her Predator tickets are the best thing in the world. And I'm not wrong. I mean, you've kind of already said this. I think everything on this list could be priceless.
Yep.
And we have shared that it is much better to buy experiences than it is to just go out and buy more toys that occupy your garage, your closet, and end up in Salvation Army at some point.
Right.
So I'm not shooting everything down. I think the biggest thing we like to tell our viewers and listeners is make sure you have your priorities right. Yep. Everything in your financial life should have a plan. Your army of dollar bills you need to be a good field general. And a good field general creates a plan so not a single dollar is wasted or lost without a purpose. And I'm worried that we heard there's a lot of people out there financing lifestyle of boats, of RVs, of second properties, of timeshares when they don't have a plan of action for that army of dollar bills. That's what we're saying. We're not here to pick on all of these things as, quote, all financial mistakes. Some of these things really could be great for your family. Just make sure you're checking all the boxes, going through that order of operations, and being successful with your financial decision making. Let me go a step further. Homework. Go out there and look for our financial order of operations episode.
That's a great episode to go
listen to. Maybe we even can link to it, and it will be a great way for you to kind of have a resource, a tool to help you make the right decisions for your financial life. That's right. So, guys, as you can tell, we have a lot of fun sharing this type of advice. We hope that you are the person, you've reached so much success that you have all these and more, in the fact that not only have you reached financial independence, you have enough success that you could go buy the boat, go buy the season tickets, go on golf trips with your friends and still need a financial advisor. But you're going to get to a point where all that decision making, all those toys, all those decisions are going to need somebody to give you a second opinion. When you get to that point of looking over your shoulder and you want to make sure you're doing it right, we want you to kind of remember the Money Guy team.
Yep.
Abound Wealth and the Abundance Cycle. We give you all this free advice. The only thing we ask you to do to pay us back is when you get to that level of success, reach back out to us and give us a chance.
So one of the things we're about to do is at the end of every one of these live sessions, we're going to do a Q&A. We're going to answer some questions. If you're someone who's out there listening in iTunes, you're checking us out on Stitch or iHeartRadio, come to one of the YouTube live sessions. You can actually see what our faces look like when we make goofy expressions. You can watch Brian go off screen, come back on screen randomly.
See our bloopers.
We don't have any of those. This thing is so pure, so clean, none of those. And then one of the most fun things we do is at the very end of the show, we answer your questions in real time. So if you have financial questions or you want to ask us about, hey, I'm thinking about this timeshare, should I do it? Or how do I know when to do Roth or pre-tax? We're here to answer those. So if you haven't checked out a live stream, come check it out. Start asking, and sometimes we even send free stuff out. We even give some things away sometimes.
So go register on the website, check out a live stream, and just thank you for being part of the Money Guy family. I'm your host, Brian Preston, Mr. Bo Hanson, moneyguy.com.